This is Janus of Huntress, and you're watching Hollywood Music.
This beer. I'm drinking this. Cheers. It's Groovy with Hollywood Music. We're at Janus from Huntress, Moe's Coliseum barbecue pit and bowling extravaganza. How's it going?
It's great. It's really hot out, but besides that, you know, we're ready to shred tonight.
Oh yeah, it's brutal hot, but you guys are going to destroy tonight. I guarantee it. How was Fort Collins last night?
It was so fun. I really love performing in college towns. We just always really well received, so it's a lot of fun, yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, from what I've heard of the new album, I've only heard a few songs. I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Like you're writing the kind of music I want to hear.
Yes.
So, what was it like putting this album together?
Well, I think the most important thing for Huntress is that we stay true to the roots of heavy metal. So you love it, you're addicted to it. It's because it's true. You know, that's what we want. That's what we want to project. We write music that we love. The whole process was really magical. We recorded the album with Chris Rakestraw in Los Angeles. He produces Danzig and you know.
What's it like working with him?
With Chris?
Yeah.
Well, he and I have a very good understanding of the voice, so he and I get along really well. I'm still dusting off the cobwebs of Demons. It was definitely a process that, you know, I almost lost my mind. But I think that, you know, listening to Spell Eater, for me, I feel like it's beautiful and brutal. And you wouldn't be able to get that unless I almost lost my sanity.
Well, I'm glad you retained your sanity and put out a wicked album. Or it's about to be released, isn't it?
No, it's already out. It came out in. It was released in Europe on April 27th. Here in the States on May 8th.
Nice.
And we've already charted. Ooh. So we debuted, and that's for a debut with a metal band. You know, we're an underground metal band from Highland Park, California. So you know, we feel accomplished. We just put out an album that we love, and so far, people have really received it well.
Steven from Wretched needs to walk through.
Oh, it's fine.
Come on, buddy.
Pro, totally pro.
Right on. And I watched the video. Eight of Swords. Yeah. What was it like putting that together?
It was a really interesting experience for us. You know, we were at a turning point with Huntress, so I asked the tarot to reveal one card that would become an epic metal song, and Eight of Swords chose us. So once the card revealed that we should write a song called Eight of Swords, it all came together. The director, Simon Chan of Artificial Army, just magically appeared. The concept for the video was also effortless. And I knew at the time it was going to be an epic song and an epic video. I didn't realize it would cause a frenzy, which it did. We released it and we were unsigned. We had 9 labels fighting to sign us. That was kind of stressful, especially since we weren't really expecting that aspect of it. But I'm really glad that we have a good lawyer. I never thought I'd say that.
Well, I have no doubt, and I was telling Matt this earlier, I have no doubt that in 1 year, like, you guys are going to be so freaking huge that even you won't even believe it.
Well, you know, that's cool. We'll see if it happens. You know, we're just 5 kids that are making heavy metal and having a really good time and trying to reach as many fans as possible. You know, we're playing a small club circuit now. We just came back from Europe where we were traveling around playing open air festivals, you know, with Megadeth and Creator. So, and before that we were on the road with Dragon Force here in the States, and we've pretty much been going non-stop since March. Our first national tours with Pagan Fest, so we got to play with a bunch of European pagan metal bands, and that was pretty awesome.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Now, speaking of tours, this tour is amazing, and you got to go out and catch it. But after this one, where are you guys headed?
After this, we're back to Los Angeles to start really working on the next album for Huntress.
Really?
Yes, our goal is to put out an album a year at first. I believe we can do it. We've already started writing the second album.
Nice.
So we're going to take some time and do that this fall. And then we head to Europe, and we're going to be supporting direct support for Dragon Force once again, all over Europe. So we're going to all the Viking countries.
My favorite places.
Very excited about that.
No, are you a band that can write on the road, or do you have to be home on the couches and comfortable?
The way that I write, it strikes me with visions. So we can write really anytime that it strikes. It feels as if lyrics are beamed to me from outer space along a thin blue line into the top of my skull, and it comes out. And this is a bit quirky, of course, you know, but this is really how it works for me. It's quite a strange experience. And the boys, I'll give them themes or names. For example, the name Spell Eater came to me when I was walking my dogs. Everything went silent, and I had this buzzing in my ears, and then I'd open my mouth and the word Spell Eater came out. And I picked up my phone and I called the lead guitarist Blake Meal and I said, Blake, the name of our debut album is Spell Eater, now write me the song. So that's kind of how things go with us. So yes, we will be writing on the road. It just depends when that magic strikes.
Right. That is awesome. So what kind of dogs you got?
We have a Chihuahua named Party Time, and he's actually on tour. He's in the van right now.
Yes!
So Party Time is always with us. And then Attila, the Bulldog, he stays at home because he's just too much of a big goon, and he just drools and snores and farts way too much. So he can't really handle that.
There's already enough drooling and farting on the bus already, right?
You know what? The boys are pretty good. I was expecting it to be much worse when we first started this journey. But yeah, so far so good. If the dog was with us now, it'd be unbearable.
All right, so is there anything coming up in 2013 that's not top secret you can talk about?
Just more epic metal. You know,
Yeah.
we want to continue this journey. We want to keep bringing music that is, you know, again, true. So that's what we're working on now is just, you know, we're not going to slow down. We're going to keep it fast. We're going to keep it fucking heavy. And that's always the way it will be with Huntress.
Nice. All right, there's one last question, and it's brutal.
Okay.
You'll never forgive me. In your entire touring history, all over the world,
Yeah.
what is the worst thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, Lord. I think that is still yet to be discovered. Honestly, I eat a lot. I eat nonstop. You may not realize it, but I'm always hounding the boys to stop for donuts. I've not had a bad donut yet, but I don't think I've had my worst experience yet.
Really?
What about you?
I ate this. It was basically just a bad shrimp thing that put me in the hospital for 3 days. It was
That would be
horrible.
bad, yeah.
Like the first night before I even went in, like I just laid in the bathtub and just basically became mush.
That is pretty brutal.
It was horrible. Thanks. No one's ever actually asked me. I mean, we've done 250 of these things, and no one's ever said, "Hey, what's your worst experience?"
Well, you know, I'm glad we had this moment together.
You know, there is one other trivia question.
Yeah.
I want to do the math one. Matt came up with a good math one today.
I don't know. My brother's a math genius. However, I'm a stoner and I'm not very good with math. But we'll see what we can work out.
It's easy,
Okay.
sort of. How many number 9s are there between 1 and 100?
Infinity.
She's a rock star. I'm giving it to her.
I have to say I'm a little too big to tackle that right now.
Right on.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. And you know, technically she's right because of all the decimal points between all the numbers forever. It's actually infinity.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Maybe I just blew your mind. Yeah.
Right on. This is Groovy. I'm here with Jill from Huntress. Moe's Mega Coliseum Barbecue Extravaganza. Rock on!
Stay metal.